a thing. I did a thing, and I'm going to share it with you. Good Friday morning, folks. Mr. Garry here, and Mr. Ruffles. Miss Rosie is still in bed asleep. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning here at the old church. It is currently 19 degrees Celsius, which is the same as 66 degrees Fahrenheit. I did a thing. I did a thing, and I'm going to share it with you very, very soon. It involves repurposing, reclaiming, recycling. Now, what is Mr. Garry going on with? What is he talking about? I'm going to share all that with you. Hey, Ruffles. This is Mr. Ruffles. We've got Mr. Ruffles now a couple of years ago, and we got him in New Brunswick. We visited our daughter up there, and we went to a kennel, a nursery, and got Mr. Ruffles. He's a beautiful, beautiful little dog. He's a Havanese, and we love him very, very much. Don't we, Mr. Ruffles? Yes, we do. We love Miss Rosie too, but Miss Rosie likes sleeping in, and she's still in bed. So I'm going to now put Mr. Ruffles inside and show you that thing that I was talking about. What did Mr. Garry do? I wonder. Let me share it with you. Let me put you inside, Mr. Ruffles. You are looking at that thing that I did that involves repurposing, reclaiming, recycling right here in this video right now, folks. A couple of years ago, my son Devin and I, we took apart a patio in Gander, Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada, and we brought it here to the old church on a flatbed trailer. And here's that flatbed trailer with that reclaimed patio. And here's a couple of friends of Devin's and I unloading at the old church. And we erected the patio platforms that I'm showing you right now. And we didn't put the rails up. So yesterday, I got very creative and I got a bit of energy, and I decided to put the rails up, and I did. I managed to put them all up nice and secure. They're a little bit dirty looking, but I'm going to get a pressure washer and wash them, and we're going to be giving them a good, healthy dose of nice white exterior paint, and we'll stain the deck as well. And I'll show you all that in another video. But this is the thing that I wanted to show you, folks. And I want to say this to you. In our world today, we throw away way too much stuff that is really good, and it has lots of life left into it, like this patio deck that I'm walking on and showing you right now. We were able to reuse it, repurpose it, recycle it, and it's going to serve Miss Betty and I for quite a few more years here at the old church. And it does look pretty good, and as I said, it does need a fresh coat of paint. In fact, I did some pressure washing yesterday. As you can see, some of the paint has already been washed off, and I'm going to continue that over the next few days. And Miss Betty and I have yet to decide on the color for the stain, and if we're going to stay with the white for the railing. You can give us some ideas, actually. If you have a similar deck like this, what should we go with? What kind of stain should we use for these boards? And what color paint should we use for the rails? Very, very nice patio here now. One good thing about this patio is that Ruffles and Rosie now can come out here on the patio, and they can walk around and enjoy the fresh air, and they can also enjoy the beautiful view that Miss Betty and I do enjoy so very, very much here at the old church. Now, I did another thing. Miss Betty and I, we went to a community a little while ago, a nice ways from here. It was a nice drive. We found this travel trailer on Marketplace that somebody was selling, and we offered them a price for it, and we went and picked this up. It's for our son. Our son, Mr. Devin, actually purchased that. He's going to be coming home in a few weeks' time, and he wanted a travel trailer. So he sent Dad some money and said, Dad, go pick me up a travel trailer. So we went and picked this one out, Miss Betty and I, and we towed it home, and it's still attached to Freebie, actually. So we'll keep it like that until he gets home, and then we'll figure out where we are going to keep that travel trailer. But that's what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you the thing that I did today in this TGIF Friday video. We now have a closed-in deck that's going to give us some privacy here at the old church, which is a good thing. There's that beautiful, beautiful cemetery, folks. My grandparents. Let me show you that. Let me zoom in. My grandparents are those two headstones right in the center of the screen there now. The darker gray one and then the lightish white one right there. That's my grandparents. Buried right there in the cemetery, right next to the old church, folks. Let me zoom around now and show you a panorama view, I suppose, of this deck and the view that we have to put up with. It's a terrible, terrible view, isn't it? It's actually quite beautiful, folks. So just a quick video to show you that Mr. Garry did do a thing today, and it is erecting this patio, this gently used, this repurposed, reclaimed, recycled patio, and I do now have the rail on, which is all good. It just, as I said several times now, it needs a stain and some paint. That's all I wanted to share with you today in this video. One final thing now before I go, I want to take you down at the bottom there at the base of this deck and just show you around the perimeter of the deck. But first, there's one little piece left over, and I'm going to craft a gate out of this little piece, and it's the perfect piece to fit in that little opening. I'm going to put it over to the side for now and leave it right there and walk down these stairs. I put up these steps too, so they're good and solid. I put them on a couple of concrete blocks, as you can see right there, and I put down some sand, so they're all good. It's all good and solid. Okay, so this is the deck from outside, and again, as I said, it does need some stain for the deck boards, and it does need some white paint. And there's the mess from where I was pressure washing yesterday. I got to come out and clean all that up later today, and I'll be certainly doing that. So it's not a bad deck. When we originally just had the deck up, we had a little set of steps put right here, just a makeshift set of steps. I will be removing those, and they'll come in someplace else. But I think that the set of steps that I have now that came with the patio set is much better. I just need a couple of rails, a rail on either side of the steps now will suffice, and that'll be great. So a nice little deck, I think so. Repurpose, reuse, reclaim wherever you can, folks. Make use of a lot of the stuff that we throw out in the landfill. It is not necessary at all. We are very wasteful, our society today. Now, folks, Mr. Garry and Mr. Ruffles back with you now for one final clip to say thank you ever so much for tuning in to our TGIF, our Friday video. We appreciate that so very much. Be sure to like our videos. Be sure to share and comment on our videos, and be sure to subscribe to GBL, the Old Church, 5 Acre Homestead. Mr. Ruffles says, sorry, Mr. Ruffles, he's a bit shy this morning. Say hello, Mr. Ruffles. Say hello. Take care, folks. Mr. Garry signing out. Hey, Mr. Ruffles. Mr. Ruffles likes it down on the patio. Don't you, Mr. Ruffles? Mr. Ruffles, our Havanese dog. He smiles too. Don't you, Mr. Ruffles? He smiles. Hey, Mr. Ruffles.